The game of development starts from input. So every single person has to accommodate to their environment. Everybody has their process of input that they have to adapt to. And based on that input, that creates a development path. So all of the communication comes from outside in, right? Stimuli, all of our senses, from sight to sound to touch to that actually even heart center intuitiveness, the feeling, the gut sense you have. That information comes into the nervous system, travels up the spine and goes into a part in the back of the brain called cerebellum. Cerebellum is a control center. It controls motor, but what science now shows is that it actually aids in the development of a brain in a developing baby from back forward. And the forward part is the prefrontal cortex. This is the thinking, judging, reasoning side of the brain. So all of those concepts, and they don't kick on until at least 7 years old. And then they have from 7 years old to 25 for it to be fully developed. So before that, they can't think, judge, or reason. You think they should know better. You know better. They don't know. They're just surviving in the environment, adapting as best they can to the environment that they are put in. And when that input is changed, altered, become aware of, now we know how the brain is going to segment out to develop. And as that brain starts to develop, we get motor first. Motor systems feed that cerebellum to develop that process of the brain so that it can distribute information. Then we got sight, we got vision, then we have hearing and sound, and then we get verbs and language, and then we get situational awareness as everything starts to click in. Emotionally, all of that development happens sequentially, motor first. So again, when these kids get stuck with an issue, either in pregnancy from mom, having a very stressful pregnancy, or to the point of having a delivery issue, to trauma afterwards, all of those things accumulate in, creating an environment for them to stop developing and start surviving. If the brain can't send the signals back forward appropriately, cleanly, timely, everything gets delayed. And if we're in this delay state, we think, oh, it's no big deal, they're going to grow out of it. No, they don't. They grow deeper into the patterns, and the game of neurodevelopment, neural patterning, adaptability, the ability to play the game, the ability to get in a situation, the ability to perceive that I'm safe, sit in a class, get information, remember, recall, grow athletically and cognitively, all because my brain develops from the information that comes in around me 24/7, 365, feeding that back part of the brain, cerebellum, and then goes forward. So that by the time I'm 7, I have a good foundation of development, and then 25 years later, now I got full development of my brain.